Well, what's going on? This is Leprechaun. The poker org game just started. We've played 2 hands, and so far taking over has raised to 400 opening, and then he just raised to 200 opening. And he's taken down the first 2 hands. And it looks like I'm at the table of death. Let me lower my table sounds. Because if you look around the table, we got Jason here, we got Arwen here, we got 8 Iron, who's in, I believe, the team that's in second right now, and we have Bionic Donk taking over, Mental Attack, Bally Boy, and myself. So this is pretty much probably the worst table I've ever sat at in a poker or game. So we're gonna see how this one goes. And what I'm pretty much gonna do is I'm gonna skip ahead to playable hands. Alright. And I'm going to follow my teammates, which I have Arwen here. So that'll be easy to follow. And she's asking me if I'm going to use my ticket today. But there's a 5-hour late registration with it, so I can't really be playing till like 2, 3 in the morning or even later because I got work in the morning. So, that's the thing. I really was going to plan on playing it today, but because I have off this weekend. But I didn't know there was a 5-hour late registration. So I think I'm going to wait till I could get a Monday off, and then I don't have to worry about it. And look at this, right off the bat, this guy's shoving on Mike over here. Alright, so let's find Easy. Let's see where he is. There he is. And he's sitting next to Grid. And is Evil, of the Villains of the Felt Clan. And the Villains of the Felt team had a great game yesterday. I was able to take it down with Arwen finishing in 5th and Walt finished in 30th. And I think we got about 55 points, which might have been good enough for our team gold trophy again, which we also got last Sunday when we scored 64 points, when we got all 3 of us at the final table. So we certainly have picked it up. We started off just a little slow in the season. We were like 14th place, but then after a couple of weeks we just started getting higher and higher, and pretty much almost every weekend, I think except for one, we ended up getting a team trophy. So we picked up about 6 or 7 team trophies this series, and this might be by far the best series we've had so far as a team. We still have 6 games to go, and that's a lot. So I mean, anything could happen. But before yesterday's game, we had 103-point lead over third place, and I'm not sure about fourth place. Let's just maybe take a look. Fourth place. Oh, this is yeah, this is right. This is not including yesterday's game. Oh, so fourth place we had 103-point lead, which is not crazy great, but it's still that's probably like at least a 2-game lead, right? So we're looking like we're definitely going to finish in the top 3, hopefully, if we don't bomb here in the last couple of games. And I think the switch to 3,000 chips is definitely a much better game. And we certainly have done well in that. And it's just more enjoyable to play, because now we don't have to worry about it going to the 50-100 level. And we can really actually play some poker. This is definitely going to be an interesting dynamic table, with BA taking over and Ed, you got Bally Boy, and even Jason here, all in this like half circle of this table. It's going to be interesting to see some play. Alright, so I'm just going to pause it here until, we get some interesting situations. Alright, so here's a hand right here. It's just, 11 minutes in. We had Arwen limp, and then BA raised it to 120, and we're at 1530 blinds. And Bally Boy called out of the small blind. And now Arwen and Bally Boy just checked to BA, who's now betting. And he's going to take down that pot. What I like about getting to this point in the league, we're down to 6 games, is now you can really have fun watching the lobby and seeing like players that are on teams that are right behind you get knocked out. So this is pretty big, because Sheepdog is on, which team is he on? He's on one of these teams. Can't remember which one. I think it's Bullets Killed Cowboys, who dropped down, I believe, 6th place. And I actually want to see that hand. So Mike called, and with King 5, he raised the flop. And he raised the flop, and BA called, and then he bet huge on the turn, and BA folded. So alright, so I have Ace King off here. Bally Boy raising it under the gun +1. And this is an easy fold. And I would think Bally Boy has an overpair here. And Mike's going to get into big trouble. That sucks for me. So I bet you he had jacks or something. Ace 10. Wow, what a... Man. Well, good thing I didn't see that river. And Mike actually sucked out big time, catching a 2-outer. And he got a lot of value though from the hand. We're about 22 minutes in. I just raised it up with a 10-8 suited and took it down. Very next hand. Wow. So this is pretty good. It's always good when you raise a couple of times with not really great hands, take it down, and then pick up a real big hand and raise again, because then people probably just don't believe you. Oh, I got my teammate involved in the hand. It's not a good flop for me. We're about 30 minutes in. Really nothing's happened too much at my table, at least. Taking over has won a few pots. Everybody else is pretty much playing some small pots. Here we are with Arwen limping under the gun, me limping on the button, and this guy just shoots out with a huge raise here. Not really huge, but I just got a message from Mr. Pokerverse on org asking me if my team would love to come on the broadcast for the final game. And, I messaged him back that I would love to come on. The only thing is I'm trying to get off work for that last day. And I put on a request to get off, as an unpaid day, and I would come in another day to work. And it was denied because my boss has vacation that week, and he wants me to be there. So, but I'm still trying to, get that day off, because I'm supposed to have 2 days off anyway during the week. So I just want one of those days off, that final game. I want that day off for that week. So we'll see. I'm really trying, and it's not looking good though, but I would really like it to be there for that last game, especially to come on the broadcast. It really sounds like it's going to be a fun one. So, and plus it's the last game of the series, which I'm sure, it's going to be important for my team to make sure we, stay on top. So, I really want to be there, and I'll let everybody know if I can be. So it looks like Walt chipped up to almost 3,300 here. I slipped down to about 2,700. Arwen's at 26. Nothing really major has happened. We just played a little small pots. I guess we caught nothing. Hopefully that changes as the levels increase. But only time will tell. And I'm going to just pause it right now. Actually, we'll just see the showdown. Alright, so this is an interesting dynamic. Taken over just got killed by mental attack. Oh my god! And then he was left with 1,500 chips, and he went all in both times. The next two hands. And of course now he doesn't, and I have pocket aces. Not the greatest of flops. Oh my god, so I can't believe that just happened. He's just, I get no luck, man. Like, I'll show you. This was the hand where it was blind versus blind. Right? He gets into a huge trouble here, blind versus blind, and he ends up going all in, and he got left with 1,500 chips. Very next hand, he shoves all in, shows 6-5. Next hand after that, he shoves all in, doesn't show. Very next hand after that, I get pocket aces, he folds. Oh man. Damn! Looks like easy is up to almost 3,500. But you know what? Knowing my luck, I probably would have lost that all-in here. All-in hand. So I can't be upset at all, actually. You know, I won with the hand. I got a little bit of some chips from chasing. Here we are with this guy who's been playing huge pots, raises and stuff. Actually gets it to pay off for him. As Bally Boy Matthew is knocked out. And here I am gonna limp. I'm just gonna try and hit a flop and take some chips, hopefully from Mike. And let's see what Matt had. He had top pair, top kicker, but he probably put way too much chips in there. So this is an easy fold. So this is actually pretty good because Matt's out, and as like a table dynamic, and this guy Eagle, who just caught the nuts. Just wow. See, damn, look at it. Mike goes out and I get pocket aces again. Half the table folds. Here we are with Jason again. And it's almost the same flop. And I do have the flush draw. Worried about a set. Yeah, I'm not gonna write anything. Alright, so I got like 600 chips out of the pocket aces, but I mean, at this stage you really need to chip up a little bit. You can't be down to like 24, 2200. I mean, if nothing you can do if that's what happened, but you really want to be up a little bit more as we're about to increase the blinds soon to a point where it's going to be difficult to play flop and post flop and blah blah blah. Alright, we're 44 minutes into this, and here I am with ace queen on the button. This guy's pretty nutty. Alright, so I think I'm definitely ahead here, and I'm gonna bet it like I am. Wow, I think this guy has nothing. Totally think you're bluffing. Why would he check twice? pretty certain on this one, but I'm gonna fold. Fuck it. Damn it. Well, that's why I'm surprised he checked it twice though. So he man. Alright, I'm gonna call this one too. Unless he's really selling me here, I think I'm ahead. Like if he just shoves here, he either did a great job on selling me. Alright, I think he has like pocket tens. Pocket tens, pocket nines, pocket eights. And he's afraid of the jack. Any other hand snaps me. Unless now he has queens or something. I really want him to actually fold here. Yep. Alright. Definitely put him on that hand. Definitely put him on tens and nines. That was pretty sweet. Nice read. Thank you. Yes. That actually worked out great. Good read. I was able to get value. Definitely picking up reads on Jason. He plays pretty good. So that was a crazy couple of hands there. Oh, look at that. Walt's up to 4K. So that's pretty good, man. Me and Walt chipped up. And Jason's on Motley Crue, I believe. Alright. Alright, here's a pot. We're about 50 minutes in with Arwen. She limped. And this is a limp pot. We had Jason in the big blind, now betting when the jack pairs. And here comes a queen, which probably paired somebody with queen king. And he hits the jack, so he's going to win that one. Let's see what Eagle had. He had 8 queen. And he limped under the gun with 8 queen. So Arwen's down to 2K. Still plenty of time to chip up. This guy is very dangerous, meaning while he won't just fold to your raises, he actually calls more than not. So this is a weird spot. So he's gonna chip up here. Here we are. We're 52 minutes in. About 3 minutes from the break. We got Easy raising it up and taking it down. Here I am with pocket fives, limping in. Wondering if Jason's gonna just shove here. He just lost a bunch of chips with pocket queens. He made a really good fold probably, as he folded on the flop or turn. Alright, so that's definitely a good result. Alright, we're in the final minute before break. Walt raised it up from the button. All heart just shoved for 2K, and I'm sure Walt made a great fold. So that puts him back down to 3,400. And there's the break. Alright, here I am with ace-9 suited. Oh, wow. Because I was going to raise to about 700 here. But now I'm thinking I'm going to fold. Damn. Alright, we got a huge spot here. Arwen raised it to 400. And she calls with her ace-10. Good flop. We need a club or a 10. Nice. Nice. Awesome. That is huge. That is huge. Very nice hand, Arwen. 187. That is huge for our freaking team, man. And here she is raising it up again against BA, and he's going to fold. Wow, so that's a great turn of events. That is just big time. Got Walt in the big blind here. Mitch raising it up. And believe it or not, is getting a taste of Eagles' huge raises. And they're both going to split that. Wow. So, believe it or not, just sucked out huge on that. But he did have a flush draw. Wow, it's a huge suck out. Which sucks for us because I think he's on one of the big teams that we are going against in the league. Let's see here. I got top pair, weak kicker, and you know what? Believe it or not, I'm going to fold to Debbie. Here you go, Deb. This is going to be a fold. Let me just X our Debbie. Did you have that? Did you have that beat? So Jason's going to chip up. So look at that. He was down to 1,200. Alright, so I just paused it. Arwen called our 600 raise. And this guy shoves. So in yesterday's game, we were down at 2 tables, or I think like the final table bubble. And I had a pretty big stack, and this guy had 30,000 chips. I had more chips than him, and I had pocket kings, and I raised from early position, and this guy shoved for 30,000, which was a lot at that point. And I called him, and he had ace 10, and that's how I got like a really ton of chips. And it was just a weird play because he didn't really need to risk, doing that with that hand. Thank God the ace didn't come. I would have been so mad. So just in the past 2 games, I'm picking up reads on this guy. Really got to be careful how you enter pots with him because he's going to play him big. Ooh, look at that value right there, man. Finally picking up a hand. Let's see what Ed had. Alright, we have R1 in the hand. I folded ace 10 offsuit under the gun. And there is an ace. But this bodes well for Arwen. She's in position versus the blinds with a board like this. Hopefully she makes a C bet. Well, let's see what happens here. Nice. So we had a small turnout today. As only 79 people played. And we are down to 63. Up 62 now, as Britt just went out. And we have Y2 Icon in the lead. Arwen's limping here. She's been limping a lot from early position. And here comes Bionic Ape. Second shove in a row. And I don't really see how she can call unless she limp with a huge hand. She probably made a good fold. Here she is with this guy again. Nice. Nice. That was actually well played. You definitely want to keep the pot small versus him. Oh, man. I don't even think Wiley's here. Alright, so 8 iron just got knocked out. Ace King versus Ace Queen. Alright, here we are. My note on this guy is that he bluffs a lot. He's got chips. Usually I would fold here, but we're going to see a flop. It's a pretty bad flop for me. I did pair, but I guess I got to be afraid of the king and only the king. I mean, he could have anything here. That's a very bad card. Alright, so this is the point where we are going to check call. Yeah, so there we go. Nice. This is why it's good to have notes on people. Let's see what he had. Oh, he had pocket sixes, so he actually had a hand. So that worked really good. I won a nice decent pot there. Normally, if it folded around to me, I would raise here, but this guy is known to call with 8 high. Pretty decent raises. So there's really no sense attacking his blinds. I mean, having position on him is pretty good, but I would want a little bit more hand strength here to attack his blinds. This is actually a connecting hand, but maybe if I was suited, I would probably definitely raise him. But I really don't want to play big pots with this guy unless I have... Look at this guy. He had an ace. He actually folded. He probably had like an ace 2 or something, but... Looks like we have a couple of sitters at this table. Alright, so here we are. We're about an hour and a half into the game. You got Arwen in the big blind. Short stacked. And this will be the third orbit. Oh wow, he folds to her this time. That's great. We also have a couple of short stacks sitters around the in the tournament. So they're about to get knocked out. We have a really good flop here for Arwen. So that's one sitter that's out. This one, he's all in also. And we're down to 48 players. Here we got Walt raising it up. We have a sitter here, so hopefully Mitch folds, and he does. So Walt's going to pick up that hand. He's up to 5,300. Here we are. Ace King in the big blind. BA's been aggressive, but he seems to have a hand here. Probably like Ace Queen, Ace Jack. He could have like a mid pair that he's just, thinking about calling with, but that would be a bad call. Could have tens, I guess. But I'm not going to mess around out of position, and I think that's a good spot to just pick up the pot pre-flop. Alright, so here we go. BA shoved. She calls with ace 5. Well, she got the clubs. We need a 5 or a club. Or any pair. Ah. Good going, Arwen. Man, that was a great board for her. To try and either win or split. And what I had pocket 3s there. So I would have had a full house. But I folded to BA's shove. So she finishes in 45th position. looks like Walt chipped up. So me and Walt are still doing well. Here we are in the big blind with E6 suited against this guy. It's a good flop, I guess. That's just not good. Wow. He overbets the pot. So any 10 or queen beats me. Ace king beats me, ace jack. It's just a weird line. And he bluffed. Man, it's just a dumb line, I guess. I mean, I guess, what am I going to do? Make a hero call here? Man. I think that was just a bad spot for him, but hey, it got him to win a small, unraised pot. I think he risked too much for it, but oh well. I probably would have bet the turn. Maybe not, but that was just a really bad scare card. And he limped from under the gun, so that's good. Believe it or not, is out. This is a spot where you just bluff. And now I gotta hope for a 10. Nice! Nice. I was hoping she was on the club draw. That was huge. That was a huge pot, for the tournament. Walt's chipping up a little bit. This guy's sitting out. Seemed like there was a lot of sitters today. A lot of sitters and not that many people registered. Which I find crazy because you can win, a $215 ticket. Gonna fold this one. Probably a nit fold. But I am in early position and this guy's limping, so I could be behind already. It'll be good if Mitch gets knocked out. See, and here we are with this guy shoving. So here's Mitch now, dominated. He's going to need a jack. Oh my god, and he got it. Wow. That is not good for the league. Oh boy. Certainly a shame. Let's see where Migo is. We need the lobby to update. There it goes. Because it's pretty much a two-man team. Oh, and he's doing well. Well, he's still in it. So that definitely hurts, because we got to get one of these two out, man. Otherwise, they can get a huge score. We got a lot of action over here. Aces versus nines. And wow, he flopped the world. So good job, Warden. And he's going to double up here. Pretty sweet. We got a shove from the water boy. Let's see what Walt's going to do. Looks like Ladormat's going to win with pocket nines here. You got Ben limping. Man, would love to see a flop. Alright, so that's a good takedown pre-flop. More than half the field is gone now. And we got a call. Ace-King versus Ace-Queen. And that's a huge flop for Jason. That's not good. And he's going to take it down. So Jason had a struggle this whole time in this game, and he has rebounded here in the later stages. And Mitch is going to chip up now again. Wycon is definitely increasing his stack. And he's back in first. Alright, I had to shut my window because the neighbor just started up his mower. So, we are going to raise it up with Ace-King here. Probably going to get all in with BA. Let's see if anybody else wants a piece. The blinds just went up. Wow, and he has queens. Oh, I got my king. So he's down to one out. Nobody has a heart. Alright, good. I can't believe he had queens there. That's pretty insane. So up to 9K, I'm sitting 8 out of 35. Just folded pocket ducks there. Here we are with King Jack off in the big blind. And let's see if Mad Claw wants to raise it up here. I knew it. I just knew it. Hopefully Ben calls him, because who knows what this guy has. Man. Wow, so Mitch is now up to almost 7K. And I probably should call here. I'm going to call. That's a good flop. a little worried still. Because I never know what Ben has. Alright, well that made me a lot better. So we're going to try and get some value here. I still think Ben has a good hand, like a pocket pair. But hopefully it's not like ace-jack, because that would just be crushing. The hesitation is good. I probably should have bet less, but I'm still worried. Yes, I think I got the best hand. Yeah. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Wow. And wow, he just spewed here. I have ace-10, but I'm not calling. I mean, I don't know why he's calling with ace-king. I'm betting the flop and the turn there. Wonder what he had right there. But that just... I probably would have stole the blinds. But hey, I got 15K now, so that's pretty sweet. I'm third in chips. Oh look, GTB is knocked out, so that's pretty sweet. Looks like Fab knocked him out. Alright, so let's just see what the hell Ben pushed with here. See? Look, normally I would raise here, but I'm folding. Ben seems to be upset. Glad I folded. Let's see if Ben just wants to go crazy again. Wow, that's a huge hand by Ben. What a hand. I wish I would have showed the whole thing, but I was looking at the lobby. Very nice hand, Ben. So, and that was Migo, man, so that's huge for the Villains of the Felt and all the other teams that are in the leaderboard, the top 5 at least, as that was the Knights 2 member, Migo, going out with top 2 pair, well, 2 pair at least, kings up, and Ben turned the set and shoved all in, and Migo called with his 2 pair, and he is out. So Ben just took a huge, huge win. And now he's back up to 22K. So hopefully he's happy now and doesn't lash out. Here I am with Ace King again. Oh, looks like Walt was all in. And he wins that one. The only stack I'm worried about now is Ben's. And so hopefully he doesn't play in this hand. Pretty much I would call everybody's shove, except for Ben. Alright, so here we go. This is good. Hopefully I get a walk. I'm under the gun, so he's got to respect my raise. Alright, so I'm with the Maniac, kinda. He's like a controlled Maniac. Yeah, he plays with a little bit of smarts, but I call him a Maniac because I'm worried about him. And that's a great flop for my hand. But still, and he snap call. So I'm gonna slow down here. And it sucks I have to put another 1,000, and that's not good because And that's not good either. Hopefully he has King Jack. Ah! Damn! Man, he hits the freaking flush. I really didn't lose hardly any chips there, but I lost 9K almost because I was way ahead of this guy. Alright, well, break time. I need coffee. Alright, so we're about a minute back till break is over. And that hand actually cost me a lot. 9,000 chips, you know, potentially. I think it only cost me like 22 or maybe 3,000 chips of what I had, I believe. I can't even remember what I had. But, man, this guy limped with Jack 10 suited. And, man, if he didn't hit that spade, I would be sitting pretty. I'll be chip leader right now, actually. I'd have over 20K. Well, Ben has 21K, so I'll probably be in second in chips, which would be huge at this point. But now, I'm kind of like back in the grind, actually, a little bit. I'm still sitting fifth in chips with 26 left, which is, you know, you can't argue with, man. It's pretty good. So we're gonna try and do our best to make the final table. And let's just take a look at some of the remaining players and see who is left that is on teams that are contending for the title. We have Funseeker, Carbon Mitch, and this is just going off the top of my head. I think Pricey's on a team that's contending, but I would have to look again at all the teams here. Man. Good that Jason quickly folds. And I'm going to quickly fold here. Man. That sucked. Picking up some hands in late position. Oh, can't play this one. This is pretty much a crucial part of the tournament right here. I'm either going to drop down to 7K or get up to like 18K. I'm picking up some hands, but I kind of can't play them. Looks like Walt jumped up to almost 9K. Pricey just doubled up. Let's see what Walt does here with Y2 icons raised from late position. Here we are with Walt in a hand. We're down to 21 players. He's getting some action. Get a call from Poker Orifice and a call from Mitch. And let's see if Fab wants to call. No, he folds. So this is three-way pot. Gets checked to Walt. Let's see if he likes this flop or not. No, he does not. So is Poker Orifice going to take it down here with a bet? And he's going to bet it out. So it looks like he's going to take it down. That's a shame. I'm wondering if Wall had ace king or something like that. No, he makes a nice fold. He's down to 6K though. So we've both lost a few chips in the last couple of hands. And I've been getting dealt junk pretty much the last 20 minutes. Alright, tables just combined, and I'm in the big blind, of course, with a crap hand, but I get to see a flop, so let's hope for a bunch of crabs, right? Crabs, threes. Nope, nothing. Well, there's an 8, so I think I'm definitely ahead of this guy. Wow. I think I might be ahead of everybody. So weird. He might have like an 8-10 or something, so I'm gonna fold. Wow, I think I would have split this pot at the very least. Oh, you had queens! Oh my god, I was way off. He was trying to trap people on that one, and he was afraid of the ace. Look at this, 3-8 again in the freaking blind. So we're down to 2 tables. I'm definitely going the wrong way after that ace-jack hand where I lost to the flush. Certainly in shoving mode here. Oh, there goes my teammate. Needs some... Nah, he's out. And he gets the 9 too. Man. Alright, so this is a spot where I just gotta shove. And it's on this eagle guy. So that's huge. Picked up almost 2K chips there. So I'm the last one on my team. But this is a pretty good game because we don't have the huge threat of another team getting a ton of points. The Knights 2 team is out, so they're not going to get a lot of points today. Funseeker is in and doing really good. I got to remember what team they are from. It might be the Untouchables. Let's just see. Which one is Funseeker? Yep. Alright, so, yeah, that's huge, actually. So, Just Watch Me is Funseeker. And she is in second place right now. And looks like Czar just doubled up. Look at this. King 2. Alright, Jack 9, gonna go into the muck. And, Danson, I'm pretty sure is out already. Let's just double check. Yeah, he went out early. Kinda early. Let's see here. I didn't see this player involved, but we'll check the lobby. And I don't believe this player is playing. So hopefully that other player on a bird played. Let's just see. Otherwise they can get a pretty decent score. Let's just go by the alphabet. No, so really need to win a big hand here. Need to pick up a big hand. That's what I need to do. So this guy's not playing. What was this guy's name again? Oh, 8-iron. Yeah. So he's out. Let's just see where he went out. They might just had a two-person team, which is a little weird. But 8-iron is gonna be down here. So he finished in 57th. So that's pretty good for us. But looks like Funseeker's making up for it. And this could be huge, actually, so I'm going to follow her. And hope for her demise, of course. Looks like we just lost Nate. And here come these huge blinds again. Alright, so here we are as the next hand. Ben limping again. And this is probably a good thing that I missed this flop, because Ben could have anything. It's an easy fold. And he had the jack. He shows the jack. I think I'm going to call here. Certainly now with all these limpers. I got a 6, but I'm not going to probably see a turn, that's for sure. Fab is definitely going to bet at least. I should probably call here, but I just don't have the stack. Watch a 6 come, or a heart. Look at this. Check raise. That's huge. He probably limped with a big hand again. So this guy, he's got a big stack now. And I really need to get something going here. Alright, so here we are. I have ace-jack suited. I don't think, I'm under the gun, which absolutely is horrible. But, I have to shove here, so. At least I'm suited. And I really don't want to call here at all, except for maybe by delta with like an ace-8. Oh shit. So here we go. Queens. Wow, what a flop, sir. Wow. Ooh boy. Come on, miss. Yes. Wow. Wow, what a turn of events, man. Wow. Wow. Wow, I mean, you gotta run good too, right? I mean, I hit my jack, but this is a bad board. Yeah, I can't endure any bets here. Wow, these are just crazy hands we're seeing here. I mean, the jack, that's just crazy. Alright, it won't. There we go. Alright, so we're about to see Fab get screwed here, and he just did. Wow. Oh my god. That is horrendous. Wow. Wow. That is insane. Wow, this is an awful spot. He's been limping with, 7s and 8s, and so there's 3,200 in there. Whoa, I almost checked. We're just going to shove it and hope he's not doing something crazy here. Hopefully somebody doesn't raise it here, because I just want to force Jason to an all-in situation. Even if he raises, I'm going to come over the top. But Mad Claw just might raise it up. Alright, this is good. Alright, so we're going to make it so... Oh, jeez. Well, we can hope for a heart, or a 2, or a 4, 4 or 5. Wow, almost got it. These guys, man, they wait forever and then they pick up hands. But that was a good risk, right? For almost an 8K pot, I only risked about, what, 2,500? But it would be nice to win those too. Surprised he had a big hand like that, man. Now here's a huge all-in with Ben knocking out Corey Howard. Looks like almost a blind versus blind situation. I think Ben was on the button though. But he picked up a huge hand, and Corey had an ace and thought it was good enough to shove with, and he got called, and now Ben is up to 40K. So he has a huge stack. I really need to start making something happen here. Wow, Funseeker just doubled up. Holy cow. Now I believe Funseeker just had one other team member 8-iron in this hand, in this tournament, I mean. Wow, so Eagle's out. And here we are with aces. Just in time. Man. This guy with 65K didn't call me. So, like I was saying, Funseeker, I believe, just had a 2-man team today with the Untouchables. 8-iron went out in 57th position. And so she is holding down the fort. And she just doubled up. So, it's really important for her to get like a top 5, top 3 and that team can get a really good score if she does that. So I'm certainly following her and what she's doing. And I'm the last villain here, so I'm trying to definitely make it deep. We're down to 13 now, which is good. And that's a quick fold. I forgot to hit record. King 9 suited on the button. Should be ahead of the big blind, but we'll see what Ben wants to do. I've raised him a couple of times, nothing crazy. But he gives it up, so that's pretty huge for me. I probably should just keep the recording going, as there's action all over the place now with the final two tables here. And we are on the final table bubble, sorta. We're down to 12. I think we're on the money bubble, but who really cares about that? There might be a couple people that care, that don't have bankrolls, which is probably true, so I really shouldn't say it doesn't matter, but I don't know who those players are, so it doesn't really matter to me, I guess. I mean, if I knew one of these players really wanted to finish in the money, I'd probably pressure him more. But since I don't know, it doesn't matter. So Delta just chipped up by shoving, and here we are with Debbie, and she's in chip up too. And I've been sitting next to Jason the entire game. We started at this table, and he's been to my left the entire game. So, good thing he hasn't 3-bet me, but he's only seen me raise with huge hands. So, here we are with 2-7 off in the big blind, so obviously I'm going to shove here. Obviously I'm kidding. And here we are with Ben. Hopefully I get a couple of ducks here, right? Hopefully Delta, alright, so let's just hope for a couple of ducks. That's the really only way I'm going to continue with this hand. And Ben's limping a lot of pots. Alright, I think I'm going to pause it. And look at this situation. Ben limps again. And I actually have a playable hand here. I wonder if somebody's going to re-raise. We get another limp. And another limp. So, let's hope for a couple of 10s. And every time I say that, I get nothing. So, I'm not going to say that anymore. Can't even call. That's a big pot for Sue. Wow, this is the 4th time I've had aces. And I have to raise it because Ben might call. Wow, he folded. I guess it's pretty obvious I have a big hand. And he folded. He probably had nothing. He could have just had nothing. I don't know. I'm not really sure what he folded. Wow, so Funseeker just took a big hit. And Price Chopping is doing really good in this one. Man, I should raise here. I'm always nervous with Jason behind me with his 6K. He can just shove right over the top of me. And look at this, Sue got a walk. So I probably should have raised, but that is hindsight. And we are in hand for hand. So really the only short stack we have here is... I mean, we have a couple of short stacks, but they do have 7, 8K. We got Delta here with only 4K, and he's about to hit the blind. Oh, we forgot about Jason here. Jason's got 6K. And he's making his move right here, probably successfully. There he goes. We haven't had anybody KO in a while. Delta's in the big blind. Blind's just went up. And let's see if he's going to get a walk. Or if somebody wants to come along. Looks like Poker Orifice is winning some pots over here. He is the chip leader. And we got some huge stacks over here. So here we go. He's got the best hand. And he's got the best flop. And he's pretty much got a stranglehold. Well, here's the... Wow! Oh my god. He had a stranglehold over that hand on that flop. And of course, that's what poker does to you. Freaking... Oh man. Comes with running cards to kill you. Alright. Get a walk. So that's good. Poker Orifice, he's shoving again on the 2 short stacks. Can't really blame him for that. So the short stacks are getting shorter up here. We already had one short guy leave. This is a stupid situation here. Hopefully somebody raises like Mad Claw. Because I really am just going to give him this pot. I'm not going to mess around. What a Jack 6 off. Yep. He probably had a junk hand. So here's Debbie all in. She might take this down too. So we're on the final table bubble. And we have 3 short stacks. One just won a hand in a walk. And Debbie just took down a shove. Really want to get out of short play. Even though I like short play, but... I really want to get out of it right here. I think I'd be better off just at a full table waiting for hands, picking up spots. Here we are. We have grid on the button. And Price Chopper is going to get... Oh, here we go. Alright, so I'm chipping up at least. I'm up to 20k. Winning more hands than losing. You know. Let's see here. What do we have? So nothing's going on here. These guys chipped up except for grid. Oh, here we go. Whoa, what a call. Wow. He needs a 7. So that's a huge hand. Wow. What happened there? I have no idea. Let's see if that was just a blatant call, or was that like a... Yeah, she just shoves and he just snaps. Debbie's going to win another hand. And we got a lot of females still left in this game, as we did yesterday. Wow, that's pretty sweet. What? Kind of hope Jason shoves and Mad folds. I really don't want it. Here we go. So, okay. Oh, look at that. A 9. 9. Nice. Alright. So, good going, Jay. Alright, so that worked out. Wow. So I'm 4th in chips. I gotta go to the bathroom really bad. We're still 1 away from the Poker Org final table. And this is a huge shove. And look at this. So this is really good for the league, as we have the Untouchables here. Wow, dominating. Ooh. Wow. Ouch. And there goes Funseeker. So we have made the final table. And this is my third straight Poker.org final table. And I've won 2 trophies in a row, and I'm going for a third. And I'm in a good spot, so hopefully I can play my hands right. Really wish I was away from Ben a little bit more. We have 2 severe short stacks. And price chopping is a little short here. And we had 4 females at the final table. And now we have 3 left. I forget who IEE plays for. I think that's another team that's a little bit further down on the leaderboard. But here we go. Debbie's shoving, so wow, she's actually behind. But that's a great flop for her. And it looks like it's going to be a split pot. Whoa! Wow. So she chips up big time. Wow. Wow, and she's open shoving right here under the gun. Grid is down to just 1 big blind. And she gets snapped. Wow. And just like that, she's out. And it all goes back to Mad Claw, who took the bad beat on the previous hand with her. And now he's back up to almost 60k. We got an open shove and a open re-raise shove by Poker Orifice. So IEE is going to see a showdown here for all his chips. And Grid is probably going to call also, unless he just wants to move up a couple of spots. So here we go. Kings are way ahead here. And that's going to knock out 2 people. So very nice hand by Poker Orifice. And he's now our chip leader. And the table is certainly developing here, as we are now down to just pretty much 1 short stack. And we're down to 6 players. And I'm sitting 5 of 6. And it looks like Mad Claw is preparing to re-raise every hand now. And I just would have flopped 2 pair. We got the 2 big stacks going at it. Certainly a wet board. There's 2 flush draws and a straight draw. The clubs hit. It went check check on the turn. And that's a pretty healthy bet there. And that's going to take it down. And the only really thing I'm thinking about now is the bathroom. I'm not sure if Woohoo Sue is on a contending team right now. I know Price Choppin' is. And let's see what team she plays for. This is a good spot. Even if she has a hand, I'm going to call. And it's definitely putting the pressure on for all her chips right here. Probably definitely ahead. Otherwise she would have been in the pot already. Alright, so that's pretty sweet. Wow, that's a scare card, definitely. And she's going to win with a top pair. Let's see what Mad Claw had. Tens, wow. Pretty weird that she called with the Queen 7 there. Hopefully Price shoves here. Really don't want to get into a big pot with him. I probably should 3-bet him, but I think I do better by just seeing flops. Look at that. That's really bad. Well, I have a gut shot. And I might have the best hand here. Oh my god. Son of a bitch. Wow. I guess I misplayed that, but I didn't really have anything, did I? Damn. King 3. Wow, I'm kind of PO'd about that one. And she gets value on a 3. Looked like a safe card. I had the right read that she really didn't have any of this, and she squeezes away the 3, and she gets value out of it. Like she knew I was gonna call with ace high. And Price is out. So we're down to 5, and I am the short stack. Man. See, I can't really recall how Woohoo Sue plays. If I would have known she would limp like that with King 3, I probably would have raised more. And I don't know if she folds to raise. It doesn't really seem like it with that Queen 7 off that she played against Mad Claw when she called his raise. And there is the break. So we're back here, five-handed. We got Ben limping here. Surprised he's not getting at least 3-betted more by Mad Claw. Yeah, more of the same. Him just min-betting the flop and me giving it to him. Looks like I'm going to have to make something happen here if I'm going to get in the top 3. There is a chance for these, actually 3, to like collide. Actually, all 4 of these have a chance to really just go at it and play, stack for stack. So maybe if I be a little patient here, I can, avoid going out in 5th and maybe chipping up somewhere if I pick up a hand. I'm almost at shoving range. Certainly not picking up hands. It would be pretty sweet to shove over like a Mad Claw min raise, because I can pick up 8K if he folds, if he just doesn't have it. Wow. What the hell? What the hell is that? What the hell is that? I think I'm gonna fold here. Why would he shove all in? I think I'm gonna fold. He's either got jacks or kings. Or maybe even ace-king. Wow. Woohoo! Nice fold. Big time. I really just... You know why? Because these guys have such huge stacks. He risked, he risked like 80% of his stack there by shoving. So he's got to have a bigger hand than usual. If he would have raised to like 14K, I think I probably would have shoved. I would have shoved over. Well, let's hopefully I can put that good fold to work and chip up here. I'm certainly at shove and stack now. I'm down to 6 big blinds. Pretty horrible, actually. these guys are actually playing a little bit careful. Alright, so here we are. Gonna shove here. Well, that's a huge flop. And I'm gonna take that. Wow. Full house. Good time for that to happen. Alright, well, just what I needed. I mean, it was only like a 60-40, so it's not like I really hugely sucked out, but I definitely sucked out, so always happy when that happens. So, okay, so good. I'm up to 31K now. I am still the short stack, but far off better than where I was. And these guys are just playing way too tight with each other. I mean, that's the way they should be playing because they have deep stacks, but it sucks for me. That's a big bet there. Alright, well, I'm glad I saw the flop here. I'm gonna pretend I'm on some sort of draw. Alright, so he might just try and buy it here. Hopefully he's not on the flush draw. Oh, that's an easy one. Nice. Nice. That's huge. I'm probably ahead here too. I wonder if I 3-bet if I would take it down. Wow, so now I'm chip leader. Wow, look at this. Finally some action. And this guy might be on tilt. Oh, but, oh my god, he's totally on tilt and Ben just crushed him. Wow. So now we are on the trophy bubble. And down to 4 players. I can't believe I want to fold this. What a joke. So retarded. She min bets? What is that? What does she have? Queen 10? Oh my god, this is so ridiculous. ridiculous. Wow. So still no short stack really. It's really anybody's game. You gotta be kidding me with this shit. I have no idea what to make of this. Last time she had it. Man. Please show. She had the 9. What did I even have last time? I don't remember. Oh, Jack 10. Alright, so I think I'm ahead here. Wow. Alright, so good. Finally I got one back on her. Wow, so she limped with ace 9. Wow, so I'm fortunate to win that one, actually. We have a 3-way pot here, which is pretty good. I'll just sit on the sideline and hope for somebody to get KO'd. Got a little bit of action here on a little bit of a scary board. But here she is with the min bet here, and in a raised pot, and I'm glad Ben came along. I really want to see what she has. That's definitely a good card for the hand to continue, because Now that brings straight draws and flush draws. Let's see what Sue does here. She just bets a little bit. And there's a 9. And Ben is just playing it small. Let's see what Sue does here. And she's going to take it down. Wow. So Ben lost the chip lead. And we are all with huge chips. So it's not so great. Sweet. Let's show him the ace there. Alright, so this is a good spot. I've been chipping up. And, I haven't had to risk too much. And this is one of those final tables, or, final fours, where there's going to be a lot of poker playing. Nobody's going to be reckless, it seems. So there's going to be a lot of post-flop play. Which can be annoying because it's going to take a lot more patience. Well, so much for that. This guy, I guess, is feeling the pressure. There's no way I'm calling, but I'm going to show him the ace. And hopefully he'll show me what he shoved with. Hopefully Sue calls. So this is a risky situation here. This guy just shoved. We're gonna see this. Hopefully I can see our cheap river. That hand sucked. Man, if that river was a heart, I would have had a lot of chips. All right. Well, I lost about 15K in the last couple of hands. I think he's in shoving mode right now, which he really doesn't need to be, but it seems that's what he's in, which is kind of scary. Wow. So I went from chip leader to now I'm third in chips. I can't call these raises. How could you not call 3? If you don't call here, good, at least we're going to see what she had. She had the flush draw. And wow, she called. So she's betting her draws. Nice hand, Ben. Holy cow, because I was going to bet pot here. What the hell? Does she have 2 pair? Yeah. 9-4. Unbelievable, dude. Jeez. Come on, man. I'm like falling apart here. Look at this. What a horrible flop. So I've lost 30,000 chips. You gotta be kidding me. Well, at least I have a queen kicker now. Now I don't have a queen kicker. Wow. Nice hand. I should have raised pre-flop. Alright, well, I'm falling apart here. Wow. I can't believe I've lost 50,000 chips. Hopefully Ben limps here. Come on, Ben, call him. I was going to shove all in here, but let's now see a flop. Fuck. Huge. Wow, that was a huge turn, man. Poker's a crazy game. Wow, that was huge, man. Holy cow. Oh my god. Sue's definitely playing well. She's playing a lot of hands and mixing it up and playing them well. Man, I knew he was going to shove. Nice hand. Nice. Here we go. Can we get some action here? Certainly want to call. Probably going to fold. She's getting short. Come on. Oh. how Sue's going to react to being short stacked. But we're going to find out, I guess, right? Man, hope she doesn't shove here. Hopefully Ben limps. Look at that. Let's see what Ben wants to do. 16K, Ben. Man. Fudge. Oh man, not a quick fold. Alright, that works. This is a horrible bubble, man. Jeez. Wow. This is a weird spot. Wow. I don't think Ben's bluffing here. He might have lost some chips. Wow. Come on, Ben, limp. Or raise. I'll take a raise. She's down to just 22K here. And she might shove on me. Alright, so now she really needs to pick up a hand. Oh, jeez, come on, Ben, snap him. Man. Hopefully Ben has like a couple of mid-range high cards. Like Queen 10. Sweet. Wow. I really want to raise her. Hopefully somebody raises. She's in a tough spot. Come on, man. Out of king high. She might just shove. Woo. Oh. Come on, Ben. A 4K bet will take down this hand. That might have hit her. Wow. Look at that. Well, now she's back up to 30K. Give me a 4. 4 spades. Wow, that just crushed my hand. Nice hand. Shit. Wow, this is pretty big, because now she's in the big blind next hand. Here we go. Ben's going to have a big hand here. Woo. Good game, Sue. And congrats on the trophies. Ben has just been crushing it. It's going to be tough to beat Ben. This could be interesting. You might want to peel a card here. Wow, he mucked a straight? Oh my god. I guess we can pray for ace high taking this. Nope. Come on, Ben, snap him. Wow. I really need to start going. Need to pick up a big hand. Come on, auto muck or show. Wow. I hope he's not sitting out. Yeah, he is. Hopefully Ben doesn't limp here, unless he's willing to fold. Man. Totally missed that flop. Wow. I probably could have stole that. It's a shame. Wow. I'm trying to make some ground here, and oh, look at this. Wow. Good going. Here we go, man. Wow. Pretty insane. He's got a huge chip lead on me. Need a good flop here. That's gonna do it. Holy shit, I'm in trouble. I need a 2 or a 7. Wow, 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 wow. That was quick. Congrats, Ben. You played a great game. Wow. Man. Well, at least I, was totally dominated in chip stack. But that's a shame because, you want to win that ticket. But Ben, if I'm going to lose to Ben, so that's pretty sweet. So I got 3 straight trophies, and that's my 4th trophy of this series, which is pretty sick, man. This is definitely the most trophies I've won, and I've played probably less than half the games, or maybe half the games. And I'm running really, really good lately on here. And I probably should have played the darn big game tourney today, because I'm just playing well. But that's a lot of poker for one day, so I think I'm going to save that for another day where I have more time. So Ben must be very happy, man. That's pretty sweet. Alright, so it was a great game. Pretty happy about getting second and the silver trophy. And the Villains team did pretty good today, as I got second, and Easy got 20th, and Arwin got 45th, which I think will net us probably close to 40 points. I would say probably 38 points, 40 points maybe. And that might be good enough for another trophy. And I think we probably increased our lead a little bit. Maybe on everybody. I'm not sure yet. So,